So I'm working on the Bach Marcello Concerto in D minor. Now it's a piece that I've done in the past and I've also got it up to a good styling level before. So I kept the piece aside and I decided to revisit it only as I get closer to my examination. Of course, there were a few times in between when I did practice it, probably once in a month or so. But I'm going to be showing this piece to my piano teacher tomorrow, and so I'm going to work on it. Very specifically, right now, I'm going to work on the Adagio movement, the second movement of the piece. Now, I have completed it, but there will be certain sections where my fingers don't exactly remember how to play certain things, and so I'm going to work on those a little extra. But for now, I'm just going to go through the entire piece. Okay, I'm going to repeat the second line, second bar onwards, just because I wasn't sure whether I could have done fewer repetitions of the modern. So let me try again in the second bar. That didn't come out so well, so I'm going to repeat from the previous bar. Mm-mm-mm. Okay, so I missed the sharp during the modern. Again, repeating from the same bar where I made the mistake. Again, made a mistake. Again, I made a mistake. So the mistake which I made both times was the fact that I started the trill on the note itself rather than the note higher. So from the bar before I made the mistake, which is the Fifth line of the piece, third bar of the fifth line. Okay, this time I didn't make any mistake, but I'm going to repeat it just to make sure that I'm okay with it. Okay, I kind of vaguely remember that this is the bar where I wasn't sure about what I was doing in terms of the timing, because it is kind of offbeat in a way where I think, if I'm not mistaken, the technical word for it is unaccented passing notes or accented passing notes or something like that, where I'm playing certain notes that don't belong to the core chord in an accented beat or a main beat. So it kind of is throwing me off a bit. So let me play that section again. Section as in just that one bar, which is the one, two, three, four, sixth bar, sixth line, first bar. I might have to play it a few times, hands separately, just to make sure that I'm getting the timing of both hands correct. Okay, I think I'm getting it now. The only thing is, I probably might need to extend that trill a little more, just because there are more number of spikes when it's been written as compared to other trills. That's something I'm not completely sure about, because I thought that if you have to extend a trill, you need to kind of cover the entire area. Now, this could be Bach's own manner of writing a long trill. So I'm gonna hold on to that, and maybe I'll check with my piano teacher tomorrow if what I think it is correct or not. So I'm just gonna hold off on that. But now I think I'm getting the timing, so I'm just gonna work with that for now. That's good. I did play it a lot faster than Adagio is supposed to be, but then that was just because I'm trying to get the timing. Okay, so I'm going to repeat again from that part and try and continue this time. through right till that point. Um, what I'm definitely still unsure of is whether my ornamentation is number one accurate, uh, and number one stylish enough, in the sense, obviously accuracy is my first aim, right? Because if, let's say, the general idea of a Bach trill is that you start on the upper note, I don't want to be starting on the note itself and going against what the composer has written. So I do want to keep in mind that there was a certain degree of freedom that was permitted. And so if I am going to alter my trills or moderns to make them more stylistic for the piece, uh, I have that freedom to do so. Second thing is, I still haven't understood completely what the different uh, symbols for these ornamentations are. For example, there are trills that are just like two or three triangular spikes, and then there are trills that are more number of triangular spikes. There is one particular trill which I can see, which is triangular spikes and kind of like a flag that is a curved line that is drawn from it. So these are certain things that I definitely need to look into to make sure that I'm playing them correctly. um, I also don't think it's going to take me too much time, because I won't be changing the notes I'm playing on the trills. I probably just will be extending it if that's the case. So my trills and moderns are definitely not something I'm quite confident about, but I'm going to keep it as they are and probably discuss it with my piano teacher and do a little more research on my own as well. So now I'm going to continue playing this piece, and from the last line, because the second last bar is where things got uh, a little wrong. So I'm going to start from the last line of the piece. That was incorrect. Once more from the third last bar. Okay, it's a lot better than I thought. I mean, it took a little lesser time than I thought it would. Um, I'm just trying to figure out what to do now. I think one thing I need to definitely do is check on my tempo, because I think I might have started it a little faster than Adagio, which again I'm not too fussed about, because that wasn't my main focus. My main focus was to make sure that I'm getting the notes right. Um, in the moment when I'm performing the piece, I will make sure to really stay in the moment and make sure that every musical quality is being brought out. But since it's a very slow piece and my goal was just to make sure that the notes are correct, I'm not too concerned about the fact that I might have played it fast. Okay, so it says 66 to 76 beats per minute. Let me see what that translates to. 66. Da, da, da. Okay, so I wasn't faster than the tempo range. Uh, I could go a little slow because I think that might contribute to the style, but I'm not 100% sure. Uh, Again, my focus was mainly to make sure that the notes are all in place in terms of my fingering, in terms of uh, just getting the notes right. So with that objective in mind, I think where I'm at is okay. I might give it another try though, just to make sure that I'm truly good to go with this. So I think earlier I started at around 75 or so. So probably I'm going to keep it at the same tempo, but uh, again, I'll decide whether that's the final tempo I want to go with, but I'm going to go with the same tempo for now and play from beginning to end again just to make sure it's all fine. as you may have noticed when I went through the piece, every time I felt like I made a mistake or if I play something well enough, I repeated it. Um, that's the strategy I do employ quite often when I'm practicing a piece through that I'm already kind of comfortable with. But at the same time, uh, like I don't want to be spending a lot of time perfecting each bar. That is something I would do, eventually before my examination. But at this moment, it was more important for me to make sure that I can play the piece, get all of the notes right, get all of the movements right, rather than, playing each bar as perfectly as I could. Now, there would be situations where I'm practicing a particular piece and I wouldn't get through it so fast. In fact, probably it could even take me as much as an hour and a half just to get through a couple of bars, and to make sure that it's reached as good a musical quality as can. Now, there are times when I would be practicing pieces in such a way that I might even take an hour to an hour and a half just working on a couple of bars, perfecting them and making sure that I get them to a very good level. Uh, yeah, but I think I'm happy with this piece, for now. It isn't something that I've put in enough effort to say I'm happy with for the examination, but for now I'm good with this level and I'm going to move on to practicing something else for now.